Yo, what it be like, what the business is. What the business is. It's your boy Rashad. It's your boy Dave. We coming fresh off of Chris Jenkins and Charlotte Vibe action, little round table. Dave, what's good with you, bro?
What's up, man? It's been a crazy weekend to say the least. My 4-day weekend was in shambles due to some things happening in the household. You know what I'm saying? The missus caught the Rona. So I was in some isolation action trying to make sure none of these other kids catch the Rona. And it looks like it was mission accomplished. Got the negative test back today. So we in here. We good. Everybody going to work tomorrow.
Yeah, it be like that, bro. It be like that, man. Your happy MLK Day to everybody, bro. We couldn't do our community service project today. We had a community service project we were going to do. Had to postpone it due to the weather. The weather, Dave, it snowed here.
Yo,
it was pretty great.
What was the temp today?
The temp today, it was high. It was like 30s and 40s, maybe.
If I told you what the temp today was where I'm at, you wouldn't believe me, bro.
What was it? Negative?
We almost hit 50 today, bro.
50 degree. Okay, yeah. It was warm. It was warm today here. Yeah, it was warm today.
Let me tell you something.
It wasn't 50.
Let me tell it showed 48. Let me tell you something, bro. 48 in January in New England is rare. That does not happen.
Yeah, man. Weather was nice here today, man. Like
it rained a lot. It was a lot of rain, a lot of wind. You know what I'm saying? We probably got the outskirts. I think Buffalo and all them other cats got that snow. But like we got the 48 high. I was very happy. But I know you guys finally got some snow in the south.
We probably got, man, about 2 or 3 inches, maybe.
Ain't close to shit. Ain't close to shit into. Yo, did you see what they were doing at A&T with the Greensboro snow they had? Let me tell you something.
Were they in the Holland Bowl with the snowball fight?
They were out here snowball fighting, not just in the Holland Bowl. They were at the A&T 4 dorms. They were all over the place, bro.
That's what you supposed to do.
They had a viral video.
I never forget the Holland Bowl when it snowed. When I was at A&T and we went to the Holland Bowl and it was a big ass snowball fight. That's what you're supposed to do, bro.
Oh man, none of them cats are engineers. I'm gonna tell you that right now. None of them are engineers. Not a soul, not a one. None of them are engineers, bro. None of them. But props to them. They weren't.
What they got to do with anything?
Look, man, we keep that campus open, bro. That's just how it is. Nah, just kidding. Shout out to the Aggies, man. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all snow day. I hope y'all enjoyed it. It looks like y'all had a blast out there. All jokes aside.
Yeah, Charlotte, Mecklenburg County schools are shut down tomorrow. So my kids are out of school tomorrow. It like the streets. I'm surprised they did a good job, man, because my last time it snowed, I think it snowed like this 4 years ago here, and it took them forever to get us out. But my street is clean. The surrounding streets are clean, but there's some areas that don't have as much infrastructure to get the appropriate stuff out. So,
bro, these are the type of inches that I have no interest in seeing. I have no interest in seeing 8 to 10 inches. Yeah. Although a few weeks ago we did get about 6. We got about 8 inches a few weeks ago, but
he said the kids are out if it rains hard. Nah, man. Hey, listen, bro. It be like that sometimes.
No, the South don't know. The South don't know how to handle snow. Like that's just a fact. That's the facts of life. Like the South is not about that snow life. I'm pretty sure it snowed in South Carolina too. So,
yeah. Shout out to Miss Ram. Yes, Charlotte. It was nice, man. It was nice. All right, so Dave, let's go ahead and talk about some of this playoff football. Because I think Panther fans, man, we gotta be aware of what's going on around the league, bro. Like I feel like
fact.
we oftentimes get too caught up in what's going on just inside of Charlotte and inside of Panther football. But bro, Wildcard weekend was great. I watched a bunch of good football. I know there's a game on right now, so we appreciate y'all hanging out with us while that game is going on. But Dave, let's talk about some of these games, bro, because it was some good stuff out there, bro. Some good stuff.
Yeah, man. I watched them all, so I enjoyed them all. Wildcard week is like my favorite weekend of the year.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, I agree.
It's my favorite weekend of the year.
I agree.
So
let's talk about some of these games, though. I mean, who'd you watched the Bucks Eagles game? I ain't watched that one too much.
No, I watched
it on, but then I
watched them all, but I expected that one to be a blowout. The Eagles' arms are too short to box with God, bro. Like it was too much. Like the Eagles,
Yeah,
it was not ready for what was going to happen with Thomas. Like I think everybody kind of overhyped the fact of all the injuries that the Bucs are dealing with Leonard Fournette being out, Chris Godwin being out, Antonio Brown acting a fool at the Jets game. Like I think folks kind of overstated the fact that even with all those guys out, they still had Gronk and Mike Evans, and that's what they did. They balled, and their defense is still pretty good. Jalen Hurts is still young. He's still trying to figure it out. It was Nick Sirianni's first head coaching gig as a playoff team. You know what I'm saying? Jalen Hurts' first playoff game.
Good job. They did a good job. And that's a great point, Dave. You talk about the Eagles coach, bro. They got them in the playoffs first.
They did, but the thing is, experience matters too. And you going up against Thomas over there on the other side.
No, I'm just saying, but they should be proud.
No,
they should be proud of where they are, considering the circumstances. They're in a rebuild, bro. Like, shout out to my man Joe Castro, but I be watching his channel sometimes, checking in on the Eagles, and bro, they got some questions to answer, but they still were able to coach their way into the playoffs, bro. They got questions at quarterback. They got questions at quarterback too. They're not sold on Hurts.
Well, here's the thing too with me. Here's my opinion, because I watched the whole game, and my opinion about the whole game was this, bro. I felt like they probably should have considered bringing in Minshew in the second half just to give some level of a spark, because they looked terrible in the first half, bro. It was bad. Like, it was bad. Just bad. Yeah. Like, just as a trial. I mean, it could have not, and it possibly wouldn't have worked out, but it didn't work out anyway. Now, and granted, Hurts finally started scoring some points, but by the time they turned on, it was too late. So, but now, I mean, that was expected. Like, I went 5-0 so far in the wildcard weekend on my picks. So, I expected the Bucs to blow out the Eagles. That was expected.
So what about the Chiefs game? You watched the Chiefs game last night?
Now, that was the one I did fall asleep on. But when I fell asleep,
bro.
Yo, dude, it was late. And when I fell asleep on that one, the Chiefs already had it handled at that point. So it was pretty much a wrap. Like Pittsburgh got in because the Chargers got stupid. You know what I'm saying? All the Chargers had to do was not call that timeout, and they would probably be in, and then we might have a more competitive game on our hands. We might have some doper games going on wild card weekend. The Steelers were just happy to be there for Big Ben, and rightfully so. The Steelers, like I said this earlier in the season, the coaching job that Mike Tomlin did with the Steelers was outstanding. Like, I don't think people give enough credit. That team offensively is not that good. Big Ben is done.
Trash. Yeah, he's a rat. It's
done. Rat. And y'all saw it yesterday.
I saw his chart, his passing chart, and there were like 30-something passes behind the line of scrimmage. Like, that's how hamstrung their offense is to Big Ben, bro. Like, they are in a terrible way. They were still able to get coached into the playoffs as well.
Nah, and shout out to Tomlin to get him there, because everybody be asking for Tomlin's head every year, but all that dude is just keep having non-losing seasons every year and making the playoffs most of the damn time. So shout out to the Steelers. But they had no shot against Kansas City. As bad as Kansas City has been down the stretch, they had no shot. So, but that was another type of blowout type of situation in these streets.
Yeah. All right. Let's talk about the elephant in the room, the damn Cowboys game, bro. Like, you watched that joint?
I did, and I said San Fran was gonna win that game. So
bro, I was watching San Francisco like in awe, bro. Like, just watching them, watching that offense run, bro. And I just can't, like, what they're doing with Debo and like what we have in DJ Moore. It's like, if you're a Panthers fan, and you turn on San Francisco, you like, yo, we don't have the horses.
That could be us.
We don't have the left tackle. Obviously, they got my man Trent Williams, but he's a perennial All-Pro. But like, fam, what they're able to do with the coaching or they have an offense, they're just able to punish dudes, bro. They're able to, and they got a mediocre quarterback, bro. Jimmy Garoppolo ain't it.
And
ain't it, bro.
And Panthers fans want him to come here. No, sir. Not I. He ain't good, bro. Like, when they made it to the Super Bowl, they made it despite his ass. Them beating Dallas was despite his ass again. And I knew they were going to beat Dallas because it came down to two things: physicality and clock management. And the clock management was trash at the end of that game, bro. But then again, Dallas had no business having the opportunity to win that game. But that whole situation, I think San Fran is going to give Green Bay some fits too, because of the matchups, bro.
The run game travels, bro. Like, it's hard. if you can just run the ball at will like that, bro, and we've seen it. I know they got Debo now, but we've seen Kyle Shanahan with Mostert, all these running backs that they get. That system is so good, bro. Like they're able to just Debo cast, like no pun intended, but they're able to just like out physical dudes, and they got a really good defense too. So they're just a well coached team, bro. Like I like that Shanahan system, bro. That they are a well coached team, and I'll be honest, they don't think they got like a ton of dogs like that on their squad. Like they're well coached, bro.
Yeah, they do.
I know they do. I know they have. Listen, I know they got some guy like Bosa. I know they got Debo. I know they got players. But what I'm saying is they don't have like an elite quarterback man in them. They're hamstrung by their quarterback. They're limited to what they can do by their quarterback, bro. So what I'm saying is
they got enough dogs in other positions to make up for that shit. But the thing is, I think because of how the physicality of them and how well they're, like you said, how well their coach is going to keep them in every game. Like they're going to give Green Bay fits in Lambeau. Because you know what else is great with the run game? Cold weather.
Exactly.
Cold in Green Bay.
Playoff football, all about, and people keep telling it's a passing lead, bro. When playoff football, you got to be able to run the football, man. You got to be able to run the football, dog. And I feel like the 49ers are gonna be tough. They're gonna be a tough out, man. That's a physical team, bro.
I'm worried about Bosa, though. I will say, somebody mentioned in the chat, folks mentioned in the chat, the Bosa injury is going to be a factor too. Like I think it's going to be imperative that Bosa's back for next week. That changes it a little bit. If they can't get that pass rush going to get on Aaron Rodgers behind, that's going to change it just a tad. I will say that.
Shout out to SC Bass, man. He said that we see Jermaine Carter saying DJ can do what Debo does. Yes, I did see that, and the reason why he knows that is because they went to University of Maryland together. And you go back to watch the film of what DJ Moore can do. He wasn't necessarily used as a running back, but he was getting those jet sweeps and he was getting those handoffs, and he was able to. DJ open space is elite, bro. Like he's elite in open space, so people want to see him get the football, and he could potentially do some of those runs. I'm not saying you're going to run him in the teeth of the defense every down, but yes, I think Jermaine was right. But at the end of the day, like, why are you telling us? Like, why are you telling us, man? What you telling us for? Since you want to be spicy with me, why are you telling us for, Jermaine? Tell your coach. Tell your coach, bro.
Then look, Jermaine ain't being spicy with us anymore, bro. But now, I mean, he's got a good point. Like, hell yeah, DJ can probably do other things, but it's up to the coach to make the decision to go that route. But nah, man. So do you think Dallas blew it? I thought the 49ers was going to dominate these dudes anyway, but do you think Dallas blew it?
I thought Dallas had a chance. I think they had a chance at the end of the game. I thought that, San Francisco was giving, like, they were allowing them to pretty much walk down the field at the end of the drive. I'm like, what is San Francisco doing? Then they adjusted, put their defenders on the sideline and like dared them to throw to the sidelines, left the middle of the field open. And I don't know why they run the football like that. I feel like that wasn't the best thing. I thought Dak should have been a little bit more aware with the time. I know he tried to get as far as he could, but you got to conserve that clock. I thought within 25, 30 yards, you're able to throw that football and get yourself into the end zone. I feel like they didn't handle that very well.
I think the downfall for that situation was this for me. Dak should have gave the ball to the umpire instead of trying to spot the ball his damn self. That was
that's his awareness
to the center. That and then the funny thing was at the end of the game they were saying, well, we practiced this play. I was like, y'all obviously did not, because if y'all practiced this play, you would have known that the umpire had to touch the damn ball.
Yeah.
Like, and then you get mad because the umpire is trying to get through your line to try to touch the damn ball. Like, it's part of the rules. I had somebody ask the question on Facebook to me, do you think it should be like college? And I'm like, absolutely not. Don't be trying to create excuses for these guys. They know what the damn rules are.
You can't create excuses.
I ain't here for that, bro. You guys are America's team. You out here talking about you America's team. You out here talking about you out here. You know what I'm saying? You America's team and all this other bullshit. And you guys have y'all got less playoff wins than Jake Delhomme since he's been in the damn league. So I don't want to hear nothing about Dallas. My daughter doesn't understand why people hype up Dallas. Like, that puts it into perspective. My daughter turned 15 in April. She has no idea why people hype up Dallas. And I have to explain to her that before you were born, baby, they won a lot of championships. But then she would say, well, since I've been around, they ain't done nothing. And they might fire his ass, yo. Jerry Jones probably would have done it if they didn't ask him, but I don't think they're gonna fire him. I think they might fire him if they think they're gonna lose Kellen Moore.
Yeah, so with this, it's interesting because Jerry Jones did come out and say, "Yo, with all this talent, bro, we gotta be better. It's no excuses when you have the amount of talent you have," and he's right. And he made another point that was dope. He said, "Yo, the NFL is designed for you to be 500, 8-8, or what close to 500 is possible now with the extra game. It's designed for you to be close to 500, and if you don't get there." You doing something wrong, and that speaks to the Panthers. When he said that, I'm like, "Yo, fam, is Tepper like does Tepper have meetings with this cat? Because Jerry Jones is spitting, dog. Like, if you 8-8, fam, if you're not 8-8, dog, you doing something wrong. And we've gone 5-12 twice, and we just chilling."
The thing that Jerry said too is that, like, he understands that typically what happens to the good teams is that they lose their good players. That's the way the NFL works. You can't keep everybody. So when you have all the talent on your roster, you got to take advantage of that shit. And if you ain't built to take advantage of it, that's a wrap. Like, something's got to give. And it goes back to the whole, and we probably might get into it later. It goes to the whole discussion about the whole, how many years you give a head coach. Because typically, historically, after 2 years, you got to know what you got, which is why a lot of owners made the decision that they have about the coaching. But I mean, like, that was the best game of the week by far. Like, that one and the Raiders-Bengals game was the two best games of the weekend.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. I didn't watch the Bills game. I didn't watch that joint.
You didn't need to, but I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it.
I did watch the Bengals game, though. The Bengals-Raiders game. That was a good game, too.
I'll be quick about the Bills-Patriots game. The Bills-Patriots game is what happens when you really think you got a guy, and then you realize mid-stride that you really don't have a guy, and then you also use nepotism when it comes to your coordinators, and then you realize real quick that maybe you shouldn't use nepotism with your coordinators because people don't realize Bill Belichick's son is the defensive coordinator for the Patriots right now, and there's a lot of folks looking for the linebackers coach, Gerard Merrill, who's been mentioned in a lot of head coaching jobs, and I think it might be that the nepotism might cause a different situation when it comes to the Patriots, because Gerard Mayo, the way it sounds like he's a leader of men, he probably should be the DC. He probably should get those opportunities, and he might be walking out with a head coaching job at the end of this year. And it's going to put Bill Belichick in a bad spot because the way that defense played in that Bills game, bro, he shouldn't be the DC because the defense has been playing better all season, and that was bad, bro. It was terrible. 7 straight touchdowns, 7 possessions, 7 TDs.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can't keep your job when you're doing shit like that in the playoffs. But I mean, it's his son, so we'll see how it goes. But that's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah, well, that was the playoffs. Oh, go ahead.
Somebody put this here. I compared. I don't know if you meant 05, but I think Josh Allen right now is playing like Cam in 2015, bro. Matter of fact, that entire Bills squad reminds me of the Panthers squad with better weapons in 2015, with better weapons and sustainment.
Yeah, like, we ain't had no Stephon Diggs, dog.
No, that's my point. Better weapons and sustainment. And it's because our assistant GM is sitting there running the damn team, and he's fixing the mistakes that he made. He brought in McDermott, and he's flourishing over there. I wouldn't be stunned if they make the Super Bowl this year, and they'll probably win it. And I'll be happy for McDermott if he doesn't.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, man. The AFC, you got this week or next week, you got Kansas City and the Bills, and the Titans and the Bengals. That's the next matchup.
That Bengals Raiders game was crazy too, bro. What did you think about that whole touchdown shit with the whistle while the ball in the air?
It's crazy. I mean, they got what? That's crazy. It's just ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
But the thing is, that play pretty literally made the difference in the game. They lost by 7.
Right.
Like that's wild to me, because I think based on the rules, they're supposed to read through the play. They shouldn't have given that touchdown because there was a errant whistle. But You know, it is what it is now, but that goes back to why you should always just let the play run, and then if they're going to challenge it, let it. And then if it's a touchdown, you check the replay. Like you don't blow the air and whistle. Like that's probably why that officiating crew ain't gonna be back either, because you can't do shit like that. They always say let the play run, and then you can always go to replay if there's a touchdown because they're gonna review that shit anyway. But when you blow that whistle, you put the Raiders in a bad spot. It was a great game though. I enjoyed that game. That game had me on my heels, and I was hoping. I missed my underdog fantasy 20x because of that game, bro. Because I needed Joe Burrow to hit. I was 20 yards short. Right, I was 20 yards short. And like because I needed overtime so Joe Burrow could throw for 20 yards so I can get my 5. I missed 2 because of that.
Not cool.
Not cool at all.
So who go ahead and give me a prediction. Bills versus Kansas City.
I think the Chiefs are gonna get them, bro. As much as I want to see McDermott do it, I think the Chiefs are gonna get it. And I might change my mind between now and then, but I think the Chiefs are gonna do it. I think the Chiefs are finally gonna do it. Now, based on the stats, the Bills statistically, the Bills should be able to win this game. But I'm gonna give it to the Chiefs in Arrowhead because I think they remember they lost at home. They lost at home to Buffalo earlier in the season. So I think the Chiefs are gonna give them a payback.
I'm rolling with the Bills. I'm rolling with the Bills, man. They hot right now. I'm rolling with the Bills. Bengals and Titans. Who you got?
I want the Bengals to win this shit so bad, bro. I think the Bengals are gonna win. I do.
Is Derrick Henry back?
Yeah, he will be back for that game. He should be able to play that game. But I still think the Bengals are gonna do it, bro.
Tough.
And let me be clear, guys. For the first game, I want the Bills to do it. I just think that revenge games are real, and the Bills beat Kansas City in Kansas City already this season. So I think it's just more of a comeback type of thing. But I think the Bengals are going to take out the Titans, bro. I really do.
Yeah, I'm pulling for the Bengals, man. I like to see
they
haven't won a playoff game in 30-some years, bro, and they finally got one. So I'm rolling with the Bengals versus the Titans. I'm rolling with the Bengals.
Yo, and we got to remind ourselves, like, as a Panthers fan, we got to remember, man, like to see the Bengals get their playoff win for the first time in 30 years is like awesome. But it also puts things in perspective because it could be, bro. Like, could you imagine if we've been waiting 30 years to get a playoff win, bro? Like, they had a good coach for a while, too, but he never got a playoff win. Marvin Lewis had winning seasons, won the division multiple times when he was a coach, but never could get a playoff win. You know what I'm saying? Just like Dallas. So, you can't get playoff wins. And, like, I think people underestimate that.
So who you got San Francisco versus Green Bay?
I think Green Bay's going to win, but it's going to be closer than what people realize.
Yeah, I think Green Bay might get it. Got to watch Bosa's injury too, but I'm rolling with Green Bay. I would like for San Francisco to win it or win that.
I do. I would love to see it. But I think Garoppolo, if San Fran plays second halves like they did against Dallas, against Green Bay, that's going to be treacherous for them. Like, they don't want those problems, bro. Jimmy can't be out here having turnovers in the second half like he did against Dallas, period. So, I think San Fran's defense and San Fran's physicality is going to keep them in the game. That's probably going to be the best game out of the week. That one, and actually all these games should be good, depending on who wins between Cardinals and the Rams. I got the Cardinals winning, but it ain't looking good right now. I will say that.
You got your Portuguese up, bro? Monica's back with the Portuguese, Dave. Come on, dog.
I know what Brazil means.
Yeah, of course.
Sao Paulo.
Of course.
Look, man.
Friends. I see amigos, friends.
Amigos, yep.
Shout out to Monica, man. And so also, who you got right now? You got Rams. Oh, you need it back?
Yeah, I need it back. I'm trying to figure out the Rams
and Cardinals, Dave. Who you got?
I picked the Cardinals to win, bro.
They getting about to get their ass kicked, ain't it?
Look, man, don't remind me. I'm fully aware. Yeah, this is Portuguese. So hold on. I gotta use something else for that.
Yeah.
Nah, I picked the Cardinals because you know how I feel about Matthew Stafford. So
yeah.
I don't need to get into
that. Know we're well aware, Dave. Trust me, we're well aware.
I just want to make sure y'all are aware. Because y'all know how I feel about Matthew Stafford, bro.
I think it says good night. I think it says good night, friends from Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Yeah, that's what I'm leaning towards because I can't. For some
Come on,
reason,
man.
Portuguese is gone. Portuguese ain't downloaded, which is very unacceptable. Because it was down.
Right.
There it goes. All right, let me see.
Dang it! Now I got to get it back up there.
Get it back up there, man, for the people. Cause I gotta type it in. That Norte is the clue though. Like, cause Jogo. Yep. Shout out to Monica. Appreciate it, man.
All right, so let's move on while you pull that up. Moving on.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
Make sure you follow us on all the socials, man, at Panther Nation PC. This subscriber joint is wrong, but we're almost up to 15,000 subscribers. I think we're 700 people away from 15,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's super dope. We're real close. Follow us, patreon.com/Panther Nation PC. Go sign up, become a Patreon, man. Support the channel as low as $3 a month, man. Shout out to all the free agents, bro. Appreciate y'all support. Shout out to the franchise guys. And trust me, I got to put all y'all stuff in the mail. All the winners that won something, I haven't forgot. I'm terrible about getting to the post office, and it's not that far from me, too. That's the bad part about it.
All right,
but
hold
I'm
on.
terrible about getting over there.
Quick translation. Good evening, friends. Good game. Sao Paulo, Brazil. Yeah, man. Shout out to you, Monica. Keep bringing all these different languages. I will translate them.
Here we go. Here's another one. All right. So MVP. Shout out to all the MVPs watching, man. We appreciate y'all support a lot. So thank y'all, man. And again, like I said, all the stuff I'll be sending out, I'll be putting in the mail soon, but I promise. I know it seemed like I forgot, but I haven't forgot. I got it sitting right next to me. And I'll get out there as soon as I can. So just hang tight.
Parabens by Live. Yo, so we doing the underdog action? Yo, let me tell you something about underdog.
Yeah, run it up, man. Run up the underdog, dog.
Yo, let me tell you something about underdog, man. Like, let me tell you something. Like, so some of you guys probably missed out on the best ball prior to the wild card, but I got good news for you guys, man. You can hop on the next gauntlet for best ball in fantasy football, starting with the divisional rounds. So the way it works is you draft a squad, thinking you draft players based on how far you think they're gonna get in the playoffs. And first place is probably a couple $1,000. You know what I'm saying? If you got the best squad. So if you think you're whatever teams you think is gonna make it, go for it. So shout out to Underdog Fantasy. Use the code PNP and you can get a deposit match up to $100. Once again, so you put in $100, they'll give you $100, and it's pretty immediate too when you do it. But you can hop into some tournaments for single game. They're gonna do a tournament for just the divisional round games for one day, and then the divisional round games for the second day. You can hop in anytime you want from that standpoint. But best balls are where it's at. It's a multi-week playoff type of situation from that standpoint. But once again, use the code PNP. It really helps out the channel, and get your $100 match, man, for the deposit match. And there's always the pick'ems. There ain't too many places where you can win 20 times your money if you can get your over-unders right on your slips. So Michelle just scored a touchdown for you guys, man.
Nice. I need those yards from my
speaking of underdog. For him already.
Speaking of underdog, I could tell you my I got a 5 joint for to 20x my money. I got Zach Ertz, 5 receptions, 5.5 receptions. Over Kyler Murray over 255.5 passing yards, which ain't looking so hot right now. Cooper Kupp under 105.5, which that's looking pretty solid right now. And Sony Michel over 58.5 rushing yards, and Matt Stafford over 274.5 passing yards. That's my pick'ems for the day.
I got 2 pick'ems going. The first one, I got Kyler Murray over a half interceptions, Zach Ertz over 5.5 receptions, Christian Kirk under 4.5 receptions, AJ Green over 3.5 receptions, and I have Matthew Stafford under 274.5 yards. That one I feel kind of. And the other one I got Christian Kirk over 50.5 yards, Kyler Murray over 255.5 passing yards, Cooper Kupp over 106.5. This is going to look ugly. I might get like all 5 wrong on this one. AJ Green over 42.5 reception yards, and Matthew Stafford over 274.5 passing yards.
So to answer this question, yes, you can play Underdog Fantasy in North Carolina. Dave, you want to explain why you can?
Because it's legal, and it's fantasy based.
Yeah,
because it's fantasy based, it's fantasy based. So I mean, it's not bets, they're slips. So that's why you can. It's pretty good. I mean, I enjoyed. I knocked out a tournament last year during the season. I'm sitting in a pretty good spot from that standpoint. I profited last year. So shout out to Underdog, man. They make it interesting to say the least. It's fun times.
Yep. Shout out to Underdog Fantasy, bro. All right, so Dave, let's talk about some of these offensive coordinator prospects. I got the resumes for everybody. We're going to just, kind of shoot the shit, talk about them, bro. I know we was just on the round table with C3, Pat Coltrane, and
they're not a fan of this guy.
C3 is pretty much not a fan of Scotty Montgomery because Tony went to ECU, and obviously ECU, they weren't that great. But Scott Montgomery, bro, is a running backs coach for the Colts right now, and I feel like if there's a team that the Panthers look to mimic, it's the Colts. The Colts have a run game. They have a nice offensive line, and they got mediocre quarterback play. That's exactly what the Panthers have, or probably going to look to have next year. And so I feel like it's a good kind of team to pick from. I don't know if he's the guy. I don't know if I would take him, but I don't know. He is a former Carolina Panther, and he is from North Carolina, not too far from Charlotte, right outside of Charlotte. Dave, what's your thoughts on this cat, bro?
I will say, man, C3 podcast scares me a bit with this guy. But from the standpoint of what Matt Rule wants to do, he's probably a fit. Because he wants to run the ball a lot. And it sounds like Scott Montgomery would like to run the ball a lot. The big thing is, man, he helped groom Jonathan Taylor from that standpoint. So I can't knock him for that. So if we're talking about somebody as a running backs coach, as an offensive coordinator, if he wants to run the ball a lot, this probably fits Rule's lane. This ain't a rock star candidate, though. You know what I'm saying? I believe he was the coach at ECU when A&T beat these dudes.
I think so too.
He was the head coach. I believe he was the coach.
I was going to bring it up on the joint, but I ain't want to,
Nah, it's all right. We can bring it up here. We got our own. We got content. So yeah, he was the coach when A&T beat these dudes when we had our undefeated. Was that the undefeated season? I think it was the undefeated season.
That was the undefeated. Yeah,
that was the undefeated season. Yep,
we smacking everybody.
So yeah.
But yeah, man, I feel like with Scotty Montgomery, it's a pass for me. His NFL resume is short, and he doesn't have any play calling experience. This is one of the things where they're just trying to catch a wave, and I'm not a real fan of this. I see what they're trying to do, but I'm not really a fan of this. I feel like there are better options out there. We need somebody with experience. I think he said that too. He said we want somebody with experience that's called plays. Scott Montgomery, bro, I don't know if he's. And again, I'm going to separate the head coach job at ECU from being an offensive coordinator. It's different, right? You're not. They're two different things. So just because you're a bad head coach doesn't mean you're going to be a bad coordinator. I mean, you have different responsibilities. So, just keep that in mind. But all that being said, I don't think he's the right guy.
Well, I think if you're talking about a fit for what Rule wants, this would probably be one of the guys, right? I don't think I would be interested in him, but I think if you're gonna talk about what Rule wants to do with his offense, this would be the type of guy that he would take. Somebody that's a running back that was formed a running backs coach that that wants to run the ball. This would be the type of guy, and he could potentially bring Ballard as a wide receivers coach. You never know, But this is the type of guy. He's a homegrown kid. He's a homegrown coach too. He's from North Carolina. I wouldn't be shocked if this is the guy. I will say that.
All right, let's move on. Dave, Pep Hamilton, a fan favorite. Everybody wants Pep, bro. But I think before we can dive into the resume, but I think it's been pretty much said that I think he's going to stay with the Texans. Isn't that what they're saying?
That's what they're saying. But here's my thing with Pep. and I'm gonna say this with as much conviction as I can, even though I am intoxicated, but I'm very serious when I say this. It's a travesty this man doesn't have a head coaching job. Look at all that,
bro.
Look at his experience,
fam,
bro.
I was putting a resume together, and I'm like, yo, why is this man not have a head coaching job?
This is like what he did with Davis Mills alone should get him a head coaching job. I don't understand how this man does not have a head coaching job. But then it goes back, and it's MLK Day, and I'm trying not to be on this woke tip on MLK Day, but I have to today. Dog, there's only one black head coach in the NFL. I have no interest in the NFL out here talking about MLK Day when you only got one black head coach in the NFL and you have minimal GMs that are people of color in the NFL. I have no interest in hearing about it. When you want to talk about progress, I have no interest. None. Because this guy should be a head coach. I've seen the guys that folks have been getting. I've seen the folks that have been getting hired, bro, and none of them got this type of resume. None of them. None of them. None of them. Not a soul. We saw one over the weekend that's got a pretty dope resume that doesn't have a coaching job as offensive coordinator. None of them. I don't want to hear about it. This guy should be a head coach. And I would love him to come in as an OC. And then we make him the head coach after we fire Rule.
Right.
Like,
no,
it looks like he's staying in, but it looks like he's probably going to end up staying in Houston.
Yeah, he's got, I mean, the resume is crazy. He was with Andrew Luck at Stanford, and it's when they brought Andrew Luck in, they brought him along. He was Andrew Luck's first OC with the Colts, and you can look at the rankings down there, ranked 12th in 2013, 18th in 2014, and 31st in 2015. That's when everybody got canned. But if you look at some of the guys he's worked with, Andrew Luck, and then he was a quarterbacks coach last year with the Chargers, Justin Herbert, and then just seeing what he did with Davis Mills, had Davis Mills looking decent. And I'm like, bro, like this
second best rookie quarterback this season. I don't give a damn what anybody says. I mean, if you want to put the power rankings of quarterbacks this year, you got to give it to Mac Jones. As much as y'all feel about Mac, he had the best season out of all these rookies.
Yeah,
he did. Talk about his situation.
He had the best situation too.
Davis Mills was second. I don't give a damn what y'all say.
No,
Davis Mills was second. I don't like you can draw up your little pictures all the hell you want. That man was second, and he wasn't taken in the first round. He wasn't taken in the top 20, and he was second. And that guy coached him up. That guy coached up 3 quarterbacks, 2 that made the Pro Bowl. Like, let's keep it a buck. Let's not get in here with the travesties about this. This dude should be a head coach. He probably could fix Sam Darnold. He probably could fix Sam.
Oh, shit, Dave.
I'm keeping it a buck. You guys are out here trying to be real about it. This dude took a quarterback that was not drafted in the first round and made him look super relevant with a mediocre roster. The worst roster in the NFL by far. And made him look good. And you can't, no, I haven't had
He said y'all take it too far. He said you took it too far, Dave. They was with you, and now.
Oh, when I said he couldn't fix Sam.
They was with you, bro. They was with you. And then you habitually stepped the line right there. You crossed the line, Dave.
So you're saying that Davis Mills? So you guys are trying to tell me that Davis Mills has more talent than Sam Darnold?
Yes. In fact, we are. Yes. That is what we're saying. That is exactly what we're saying. Is that even a question?
No, well, I mean, my man got drafted 3rd overall, man. So I got to ask the question. That's hilarious.
Funny. That's funny,
hilarious,
bro.
But seriously, all jokes aside, like my man should be a head coach. Like I don't understand. I really don't. I don't understand. I just don't understand. I don't know why he's staying in Houston, to be honest with you, because we don't know.
Yeah, I would get up out of there, bro. But also, man, maybe they got a plan, try to get Deshaun back if they get Flores. I don't know. I'm just speaking out loud. But yeah, this dude should definitely, for sure, 1,000% have a head coaching job. When I put this together, I was like, yo, this is ridiculous. Like, I was a bit, ignorant to what was going on. But yo, when I put this together, like I was like, this is ridiculous. This is utterly ridiculous that this man right here does not have a head coaching job in the NFL.
Bro, but it's things like, we be out, and it goes back to what I always say when it comes about coaching vacancies, right? Why would you limit your pool when it's about trying to be the most successful organization you can be? Why would you limit your pool? It makes absolutely no sense. Why would you limit your pool? You got a guy sitting here, he's under 50 years old. You can't say he's too old. You know what I'm saying? You can't say any of that. This dude got all this experience. and he doesn't have a head coaching job. And I'm out here seeing special team coaches out here getting 2 years with the Giants.
Yeah,
does not compute.
All right, let's move on from Pat, bro.
Yeah,
Jay Gruden. So this is a guy.
Move on from this too. Move on from this too. Like, why are we wasting our time here?
Hold on, pump your brakes a little bit, because I was saying the same thing until I started diving into the numbers, bro. And are we gonna sit up here and ignore what he did with Cincinnati though?
Nah, he did great in Cincinnati.
All right, because as an OC. I'm not talking about head coach. Now, see, that's the scary part. When you talk about next in line to just get the job, then
that's where my problem lies, bro. And we out here talking about rules dangling by a carrot when it comes to his head coaching job. The OC's probably gonna be the guy that's gonna get it, and then you're gonna have Jay out here being a head coach. Not with that coach at the team.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely don't want this. I don't want this man nowhere near a head coaching job. But tell me why. Like, 'cause I see a lot of people saying no Jay Gruden. And I'm with y'all. I don't want him either. But I'm not going to sit up here and ignore what he did. Like, Cincinnati was nice. Let's not sit up and pretend like, back in what, 2011, 2012, 2013, fam, Eddie Dahl, AJ Green, Tyler Eifert, bro, fam, Eifert was a problem back then. Y'all must have forgot, bro. When he was healthy, before he got hurt. Eifert got hurt
every year. He got hurt every year.
Nah,
I think you forgot. I think you must have forgot.
I had him on fantasy squad. My man was clocking. He was putting up numbers, fam. Eifert was putting up numbers. But talk to me in the chat. Talk to me why there's no Jay Gruden. Because I want to hear. I'm a little bit ignorant to some of these other issues. So y'all keep me in the loop.
So
keep me honest.
I'll be honest, bro. My issue with Jay Gruden is the image that was created. What happened to him in Washington. I understand the concept of trying to roll with what he did in Cincinnati, but dog, he was 6 years the head coach in Washington, and that's a tough thing for me to kind of forget. So for me, it's like, I'm good, and the fact that we know that rules are going to be on a short string, from the standpoint knowing that we're probably going to end up like a lot of folks, a lot of the other podcasts, a lot of other people probably think that he might not even survive the season. So if you bring in somebody, an OC with head coaching experience, you're probably going to make him the head coach as from an interim standpoint. And I have no interest in Jay Gruden out here being a head coach to those players.
I agree. That's a bit scary to think about the guy, because I mean that. Let's keep it a buck. Let's not sit up and pretend like the next offensive coordinator that we pick up is like next in line to be the head coach potentially. Like that. I think that's why. You hear this whole rock star OC crap. Like, I think that it's a strong possibility that whoever we hire offensive coordinator is going to have the next shot if Matt Rule is fired at some point during the season. Let's just keep it a buck. All right. So that's why I'm with y'all. I agree with y'all. Having this man as a head coach is not anything I want. So for that reason, I agree with y'all. I don't want him there. But I'm going to be remiss if I didn't bring up what he did in Cincinnati, bro.
I'm not doubting his chops in Cincinnati, but the problem is Cincinnati was so long ago, and he shit the bed so bad in Washington, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Like, it was bad. It was bad in Washington, man, and that's my dilemma. It's kind of like when we signed Matt Khalil, and I said, which one are we getting? Are we going to get the one in the first year in Minnesota or the other one? And we got the other one. Same thing. Yeah. Are we going to get the Cincinnati Jay Gruden? Are we going to get – because he called plays in Washington too. Are we going to get the Washington Jay Gruden?
Yeah.
Either way, you know what I'm saying? That's my beef.
And they say he got a personal life like Urban Meyer. Okay, so we'll definitely pass on that.
Nah, dude. He was part of that. He was all part of that.
Dave, the cheerleading thing, right?
Yeah, he was all part of that shit. He was all part of that.
Yeah, I remember all that now that y'all saying it. I forgot all about all that stuff.
Yeah, fam. I'm good.
I forgot about Don't forget about TM Dave. TM Dave got all the tea.
Nah, dog. It's more like TM John, because John Gruden was out here exposing the whole world, the universe. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm good, bro. All set. Moving on.
Yeah, all right. We'll move on. Bill O'Brien, Dave. Bill O'Brien. I'm just giving you the names. These are all the names that have been tied to our offensive coordinator job.
I know.
Bill O'Brien is the next guy. Right now, he is the offensive coordinator and quarterbacks coach for the Alabama Crimson Tide, who just took the L in the national championship a couple days, or a week ago, whatever, to the Georgia Bulldogs. Now, Bill O'Brien, Dave, have at it.
No. Moving on. No.
We'll leave it at
No. And the thing is, he ain't gonna. Why the hell would he leave the Crimson Tide to go to a team that might be firing a coach in a year or two? Why? Why would he leave that? Why would he leave under Nick Saban to go to that? And he's not really like a person that, like, he ain't really a people person as a coach. That was his big thing. Like, part of the reason why that Deshaun Watson was traded when he was the coach of the Texans was because of the fact that he's not a people person. Him and Deshaun didn't get along, and they just traded him for peanuts. So no, moving on. Who's next?
Yeah, and again, he did trade away D-Hop, but again, OC is one thing. Head coach or having that same power that Matt Rule has right now is a whole nother thing, right? Because if Tepper is going to keep this same structure, Bill O'Brien definitely has experience with it, and it was bad experience, right? He destroyed the Texans, bro. He destroyed that team, B.
There's no way he takes that job not knowing that he's not gonna have an opportunity to be a head coach. No way. Right. No way.
Yep. I agree. All right, so moving on. We'll move on from Bill O'Brien. Next up, Kevin O'Connell, Dave. Kevin O'Connell, right now, who is coaching right now, from that Sean McVay system, offensive coordinator for the LA Rams, 1 year experience there. He's got 3 years as a quarterback's coach, and he also was a player. So he's got a little bit of experience. Obviously, he's coached Stafford. Was there with the Jared Goff and Cooper Kupp as well. Cooper Kupp's still there, but so this is where he ranks as an OC. I mean, that offense, the Sean McVay offense, coming from that Shanahan system, that Shanahan coaching tree. What's your thoughts, bro? What's your thoughts on Kevin O'Connell? You ain't explode. Pause. You ain't saying no.
Here's my beef. This man's already getting head coaching opportunities, so why in the hell would he take an OC job other than the one he already got with the Rams? I like the option. I think the fact that Sean McVay calls the plays for LA for the Rams, that it might entice him to go to another team to call plays, because I think if he comes to Carolina, he'll get the opportunity to call plays, or maybe any other team. But they're also looking at, like, other teams are actually bringing him in for interviews for head coaching positions too. So that's another factor to bring in. But if he has an interest in calling plays, we'll definitely give him that, because Matt Rule ain't calling plays. So we'll give him that option. But out of all the people you've named, it's between Pep and him. Anybody else, I have no interest in. So I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe because of his quarterback coach experience, that'll help him out a bit. Kind of concerned about the fact that he only has 1 year as an offensive coordinator. But once again, he didn't have the opportunity to call plays either. So
yeah, I'm not sure why how his name even got tied. Like, why the hell would he come to the Panthers for a lateral move? I'm not leaving LA to come to
you leave. If you want to call plays, you leave LA.
Man, hell no. Fuck no. I'm not coming here. For what?
But it's about what you want.
Me staying with the Rams is gonna get me closer to a head coaching job than me coaching for the Carolina Panthers as offensive coordinator. I'm not going down with the shit when I got Sean McVay, bro. I'm not doing that.
But the problem is about the perception. And by the way, if you want to have the opportunity to call plays and you know that head coach is going to be out of here, you might get a shot at the head coach job in Carolina.
That ain't stopped a lot of cats under that Andy Reid tree either. So kill all that, bro. That calling plays, that's cap, bro. That's all cap. Stay with the hot team until you get a head coaching job. That's what you do. You don't come here. That doesn't even make sense. Why it makes zero sense for him to come here.
Tepper got a blank check, bro. Tepper got a blank check.
I don't care. My check is gonna get bigger when I'm a head coach.
There's some coordinators that make as much as head coaches.
You ain't got no proof with that, bro. How you know? You don't know not one offensive coordinator's paid. Not one. You can't tell me how much one offensive coordinator makes per year.
Are you gonna make me do some
Dave,
research?
You can't. I looked it up. Where you gonna find it?
Can't.
Where you gonna find it at? You don't know how much these dudes make, bro.
All right, fine. I'm not gonna argue with you
Because you know I'm right. Just tell me I'm right one time. Go ahead, Dave.
I guess I'll give
Tell
you
me
some
I'm right.
credit. I'll give you like this iota of credit. You get like an iota of credit.
All
Oof,
right.
AJ Green just got crushed.
Let me see. All right, so let's move on. Clint Kubiak, Dave, another young guy. That coaching staff just got the can, so he might be looking for a job. Current offensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. Well, until that staff got let go, I'm not sure if the staff got let go. They just technically let go of the head coach, so I'm not sure if the staff is going with him. But, what's your thoughts on this dude, man?
No, why the hell would I want him? Why? Like, what sense does that make? Like, why would I want a guy that had a mediocre offense for the Vikings? Why?
Yeah, below me. No, it was. Don't give him mediocre. Mediocre means average, right?
No, that's below average.
Is that below average? Okay.
Yeah, mediocre is below
I thought
average.
Mediocre was average, man.
Nah, average is average. Mediocre is below average.
Let me check media. Let me check the thesaurus, though. I don't know, Dave.
Fam, look, man, you can pick on me about the fact I ain't know which OCs make more money than head coaches.
Okay, now you're right.
Mediocre is below average.
A moderate quality, not very good. So I'll take mediocre.
That's below average in my streets. And my man,
No,
look, man, we were like, look, being 24th in the NFL in offense ain't exactly rock star status when you're talking about bringing a new OC. So this guy's out. I have no interest, bro.
But he got some
strikes again.
He got some.
We know who his pops is.
Yeah, of course.
So.
But I'm saying you don't think he got the whole Vikings, Kirk Cousins, Justin Jefferson.
The rock star from the Vikings has already left the building. His name is Kevin Stefanski. He's currently the head coach of the Browns. Moving on. Next guy. Let's not waste our time here on the Panther Nation podcast. Let's not waste our time here. Moving on. The man is 24th. We're already down in that range.
We are in that range.
We're in that range already.
You're right. All right, moving on.
We're gonna get a new OC. Give me somebody in the top 20 at least. Like this guy.
Mike Groh.
This guy.
Here we go. Mike Groh. He's got a ring with the Eagles. Okay. He's got some 5-year experience as a wide receivers coach, 1 year experience as pass game coordinator, 2 years experience as offensive coordinator, and currently is a wide receivers coach for the Indianapolis Colts. Obviously, he was on that Super Bowl team where they had Carson, Zach Ertz, obviously Jason Peters, Alshon Jeffrey, peak Alshon Jeffrey when he was with the Bears, by the way, too.
Is he still Brandon in the Marshall? League? Is he still? Yeah. Is Alshon Jeffrey still in the league?
Oh no. I don't know. I don't know about Alshon. Yo, I think he's with the Eagles. I think he's still with the Eagles.
No, he still plays for Philadelphia. But I'm like, I didn't see him at all.
Yeah. Alshon, man. Alshon was a beast, bro. I remember his
hurt.
He did stay hurt.
He ain't injured, bro.
He stayed hurt, bro. And then also T.Y. Hilton right now, obviously. But here's his rankings when he was an OC with the Eagles. 19th, I would say a little bit right there at average.
Yeah, top 20.
So what you warming up to this one, Dave? What you think about this one, though?
I mean, he got the Super Bowl championship. You know what I'm saying? He got the wide receivers coach. He was a pass game coordinator. Red light. I don't think that'll be somebody that Rule will bring in. You know what I'm saying? Wide receivers coach. But I mean, this guy's got more credentials than some of the other guys that we've seen, and he seems like somebody that could potentially I don't know if Carson Wentz dubs as notable, but we'll deal with that with another time.
No, I mean, I had to put him there, bro.
I guess. I mean,
I put Davis Mills up on the other one.
Yeah, but then it comes to the debate.
That was the proof of point. That was the proof of point, though. That was the proof.
Nah, but seriously, I think I would be okay with this. This wouldn't be the, none of these guys. Only guy that's close to a rock star is Pep Hamilton, which is the hilarious part to me. Everybody's been talking about this rock star OC shit. The little rock star I see is Pep. So, like, this guy, he's like blah. I mean, if you give me a large list of folks that I'm cool with, he'll probably be second or third on the list. But Pep's the best guy I've seen so far. But
that being said, Dave, I mean,
this is who's gonna get hired. This is the guy that's gonna get hired. And when this shit happens, oh, Panthers Nation's about to explode. But this is the guy that's gonna get hired. Like, we're out here talking about all these guys that's not gonna get hired, but this is the guy that's going to get hired. This is the guy that they interviewed the first round when they decided to go with Joe Brady. So this is the guy that's going to get hired.
Yeah, this is his second go round at an interview with Matt Rule. Like Dave said, before we hired Joe Brady, we interviewed McAdoo first. So now it's round 2 with McAdoo. Right now he's a consultant with the Dallas Cowboys who just caught that L. So I'm not sure that I want that guy. I'm not sure I want anybody tied to the damn Dallas Cowboys with the way they just damn shit the bed on that drive. But fam, yeah. This is and I think Dave, man, it's the scary part. It's funny and we laugh and we keep in, but like I think you're right, bro. I think this is the most likely option. That I think this is a very Tepper Matt Rule move, bro. This is the
guy, bro. This is the guy. I know I see all these damn thumbs downs and oh dear gods, but bro, this is the guy. This is the guy we about to have. And this is why you ain't gonna see me in the Panther shirt for a while. This is the guy.
Yeah, man. I'm not particularly excited about. There's nobody I'm really excited about, man. Nobody I'm excited about seeing
Pep
so far. Other than Pep, he's the only one. But I think Pep could get a head coaching job. I think that with all these vacancies, I think he could end up getting a head coaching job.
I don't. I would like it.
We'll see.
I don't see it. I think he'll either end up as an OC somewhere. So if we're gonna make an OC, why not ours? That might be his only path to get a head coaching job if you want to keep it a buck. But nah, this is gonna be your guy, bro. Like, I think you guys just need to prepare for this shit because this is it. This is gonna be your guy. This is it. Like, this is the guy that they're gonna bring in as your rock star OC. He's gonna go from consultant to OC. So, I mean, I won't be too mad at it. I just don't think the office is gonna do much of anything with them as the OC. I mean, I guess if you go up to 20th, that is an improvement, right?
Technically.
No, I mean, it's still in the mediocre range, but it's still an improvement. This is why I started drinking before the show, just so y'all know. Because I knew eventually we were gonna see Ben McAdoo appear on these sheets.
Yeah.
Yo, this Rams Cardinals game's getting out of hand, bro.
I was gonna say they that ain't good, bro.
That was a pick six. That's what I just saw.
I need damn Collar to start slinging that.
Now I am in the best ball, so if this keeps going like this, I might be sitting in a good spot in the best ball because that means these quarterbacks ain't throwing to these receivers because 21 zip. Then that's skunk. The streets that I'm at.
Yeah, man. But yeah, so that's been McAdoo. We got one more, Dave. We got one more.
We do.
Jeff Nixon, like the guy that's already here. Like, why shouldn't he get an opportunity?
Nephewtism. I mean, honestly, man, if you want to keep it a buck, other than Ben McAdoo, if you want me to do a power ranking of like what's going to happen versus what should happen, McAdoo will probably be first. And I think if McAdoo decides not to come, Jeff Nixon is going to get the opportunity to do it again for a full season. And I'm just going to be honest with you. I think folks aren't realizing this reality could potentially happen, but I think that could very well be the case. I mean, they are tight. And if you're gonna go down with the ship, you might as well go down with the ship with the people that you know versus the people that you don't know.
Tep not gonna let that happen.
Well, that means he's gonna get fired.
He's gonna go back to his other job. What was his job before? Running backs coach?
Yeah. But
I'll go back to that.
All I'm saying is this, bro. Like, if you're gonna make the decision, if you're gonna tell this man that he's gotta hire somebody, and the options that they try to bring in doesn't want to come. Because I think the bigger dilemma that he has, and nobody's really discussing it like that, is that none of these rock star coordinators ain't trying to go to a lame duck job. Like that's not something that people are going to have an interest in doing.
Yeah, I think we need to have a bigger conversation with real quick. I'm gonna cut that out, but I think Dave, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. The Panthers, and I think this needs to be said. The Panthers are stuck in a difficult place because nobody's just gonna come here like that, bro. Like, there's two ways to look at it, right? One, somebody that's up and coming could be like, all right, let me go over to the Panthers because I know that if the ship goes downhill, bro, it could go one or two ways. Either I'm going down with the ship, meaning I'm going out with Matt Rule, or I could take Matt Rule's job. That's one way to look at it from an offensive coordinator, or a guy coming in, to take over. The thing is that everything that they're looking at that they want in an offensive coordinator, a guy with experience, a guy that's been there before. Well, all the good ones are working. Like all the good ones have active working jobs. What you're getting now is second-hand work. You get somebody sloppy seconds. All them rankings that we saw, it won't nobody ranked in the damn top 10. And the one that was on the dude from LA. He not leaving that shit. He not leaving LA to come to Carolina, bro. That's not happening. So go ahead.
The only way I see O'Connell moving is if he wants to call plays. And even if he wants to call plays, why would Carolina be the top of his list? Like, there's so many other opportunities. Like, you could potentially be part of a staff for the new Chicago head coach if you really wanted to call plays.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not exactly like the top coaching spot to be at.
Definitely not. So and we don't have the talent. It's not like we have a talented young quarterback like a Justin Fields or something like that. Like we have question marks in so many places. Like we're not going to get a rock star, bro. Like I think somebody replied and said, I had tweeted something out and it was like, yo, we getting a cover band artist as our OC, not a rock star. And I was like, yo, you're right. That's exactly right. You're not getting a rock star.
My man said the Michael Jackson cover band about to come up in these streets.
Yo, we not getting that guy. Like that guy, that Pep Hamilton that we all like. We not getting that.
We're not getting Pep.
We not getting that, bro. We not. That's just the reality, bro. You had the best guy you had was on your the best guy you were going to get. You fired him.
You fired him.
You fired Joe Brady, bro. You had a young offensive mind that was learning, right? He was learning on the go, just like you are as a head coach. But now you in a situation where you had to fire somebody. Like you gotta do something. So you let him rock. You let him walk. So it's just it's hard to really come up here and give you any vote of confidence. Like I don't know where this team goes, bro. I really don't. Like you have to. I'm with Pat. Like Pat says it. Yo, you gotta fight. Like you have to start over, bro. Like you have to start over. You can give Scott Fitter, let him stay to build it out the right way. But everybody else got to go, bro. You have got to purge this shit, man. We are in a bad place, bro.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's a tough place, bro. You trying to piece together some shit. Where you gonna get a good offensive line coach from? And then, and he ain't got time for failure, bro. Like Matt Rule ain't got time to be copping pleas, talking about, oh, I got a new staff. Like you fired everybody. This is your fault.
Yeah, he did. We didn't talk about all the firings he's already made.
Let's talk about it. Everybody got fired.
He fired the offensive. He fired everybody he needed to fire. He fired the special teams coordinator. He fired the offensive line coach. Like he fired the folks that needed to be fired. There was somebody else he fired too.
The defensive line coach.
The defensive line coach. So he fired everybody that needed to go. But now you gotta fill those spots.
Do you know what, Dave? You know that is called scapegoat firings. Let me fire every position coach where we struggled at. And that ain't even a real problem. Like these position coaches ain't they ain't the issue, bro. You can fire your offense. You can fire everybody you want to. You can fire Blackburn. You can fire Frank Oakham, the D line coach. You fire the offensive line coach. Them dudes ain't the problem, bro. Them dudes ain't the problem, fam. The problem is everything else underneath. You got a bunch of inexperienced guys the blind leading the blind out these streets, bro.
Mm-hmm. It's just terrible. Rules trying to figure out a scapegoat. Rules trying to, like you said, it is scapegoat firing, but the thing is, eventually it's gonna stop with you, bro. Like you can't fire people all through the offseason and then realize that you ain't got a staff. Do you have any level of concern that no OC wants to come here? I think that's the scenario that I see where we could see Jeff Nixon running the offense again.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't,
bro.
I think somebody, bro, you got guys that's unemployed. Like you hiring Jay. You would hire. He would hire Jay Groom before he hires or let Jeff Nixon run that shit again.
But like define unemployed. Like let's keep it a buck. Define unemployed, right? Shit. Is he getting a check?
I don't know. Not from an NFL squad.
Well, I mean, like, when did he get fired? When did he get fired from Washington? 2 years ago?
No, but he had a job with the Jaguars in 2020. Oh, okay. And then now he hadn't had a job in the NFL in 2021. So he's been out the league. So I'm not coming here, bro. Let's say Dave, I'm a young position coach. Let's say I'm up and coming position coach. Let's say I call the plays. I'm the pseudo play caller for the LA Rams. Like we'll say the LA Rams for instance, right? What I'm gonna do is I'm waiting for every other head coach to get hired, and then let's say I'm gonna get an interview for a head coaching job. I would interview for the head coaching job, but let's say I'm just a position coach on that staff, right? Let's say I'm the quarterbacks coach on the LA Rams staff, right? I'm gonna wait for everybody to fill out their shit. I'm gonna wait for the Bears, the Dolphins, all these 9 other head coaching jobs, right? 8, 9, whatever it is now. I'm gonna wait for them to fill out their staffs first before I even consider picking up the phone for the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I'm waiting for everybody to call me from all these other teams, bro, or I'm just gonna stay on the Rams. Like all paychecks ain't some paychecks ain't worth dealing with. Like we talked about that yesterday on our LB chat, and you was absolutely right, Tay. Some checks just ain't worth it. That's shit true. You got to deal with.
Yeah, it's true. That's a fact, Jack. Let me tell you something. Sometimes it ain't worth the stress level. Like I've always felt that way. You
got ownership that doesn't appear to know what he's doing. You got an inexperienced head coach coming from college, don't know what he's doing. I'm not coming from LA, from gorgeous LA to Charlotte to deal with this bullshit. Yeah. I'm not doing it.
I'm with you there.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, bro. So we in a bad place, man. We in a bad place, Dave.
We in a dark place.
I don't know what else. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how else to convey it.
Nah, we in a dark place, bro. We are in a dark place. And I think the fan base needs to realize what the season's gonna look like. I mean, you could see by the names that are coming into these streets getting these interviews, bro. Like that alone tells you more than enough. So all that into consideration, you got to kind of understand what it's going to be this year. Like Tepper's silence says a lot. And I think initially folks were saying, well, the silence means we could potentially move them. But the reality is, bro, like it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I think his silence is turning into embarrassment over time.
Yeah, for sure. Shout out to Big Q, by the way.
Yeah, shout out to Big Q,
tapping in with the boys from PFP, man. Shout out to Big Q. But yeah, man, his silence is crazy. Let's talk about that for a second. We ain't heard nothing from David Tepper. Apparently, the word on the street is that he ain't saying nothing until the OC is hired. That's the
Bro,
word on the street.
Yeah, that's the word on the street. But you know who is saying something though?
The fans.
No, Matt Rule. Matt Rule's been saying a lot over the past.
You're right. He's been saying a lot.
Matt Rule's been out here doing the radio run in these streets, bro. Like Tepper's silence is amazing because you can see the pride is out. You can see the pride out there, man. And that's the unfortunate part. He had no problem being open about Teddy Bridgewater in December when it was time to say something about we need a new quarterback.
Facts.
Now we out here with Sam Darnold. We out here with Matt Rule, and it's chirping and it's silent. And it's silent on Al Gore's internet about Tepper. He ain't out here making no comments nowhere.
Yeah, facts. He was so quick to when Teddy wasn't that guy, bro. He was on the mic quick. Saying, you don't got a quarterback unless you got a quarterback. If you don't got the right guy, you got to keep trying until you get the right guy. That's what he said last year when Teddy was the quarterback.
Optics matter, bro. And I see the optics. Even though some of y'all don't want to concede to these optics, I see the optics, bro. And the accountability is not the same right now. He should have been going Etherus on this case. He should have been getting Etherus on these guys. The same guys that want Rule fired should have been seeing his ass talking something in December. And we ain't seen nothing. That's part of the reason why I know he's going to be sticking around. So, like, I'm always about optics when it comes to this thing. And what I'm seeing right now, it looks bad, bro. It just looks bad. Even the thing is, even Jerry Jones kept it a buck. He was like,
he did keep it a buck. Jerry Jones held his playoff appearing head coach accountable. He said, fam, he got out there, picked up them. Do y'all want to listen to it? Y'all want to listen? Let's just see if we can listen to it. Because he kept it a bean.
Jerry said, and the thing is, I think a lot of people gave Jerry Jones heat when he brought in Marvin Lewis prior to hiring McCarthy as the Rooney Rule hire. But I don't want to get into the Rooney Rule, man, because I got a really intense opinion about that shit. I think it's a waste of time. I'd rather you just decide that you don't want to bring somebody in and just waste somebody's time. Houston, did you know that Houston brought in Hines Ward for an interview, bro? Did you know about that? Fam, why in the hell are you going to pick up Hines Ward that's coaching college, a positional coach in college, to bring in for a head coaching job, bro? Makes no sense. Like, just say, we're bringing him in just for the Rooney Rule and just be done with it. Like, waste of my damn time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just waste of time. Like, some of these cats should just start saying no to these interviews, bro. Because you got to know what it is. You have to know what it is.
Oh, here we go. All right, hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me see. I want y'all to hear it, bro, because Jerry Jones is spitting facts. He's spitting facts, dog.
Jerry, you could have dropped the ether beat on that shit.
One second.
And add to the ones that need improvement,
and whatnot.
Well, I think this is a time that when you get this combination of players together, you need to have success, because we all know how it goes in the NFL. The whole thing is set up to take away from the best and add to the ones that need improvement. And personnel-wise, I think we have one of the best.
What was the last and whatnot?
Well, I think this is a time that when you get this combination of players.
Yeah. So, again, fam, is the NFL design, and I think if he goes on, I believe he said, it's designed for you to be 8-8, bro. If you 8-8, you straight. But if you don't get the 8-8, bro, you ain't doing something right, bro. The NFL is designed for you to take from the good and give to the bad. And if you can't figure it out, then you ain't doing shit. You ain't doing shit right.
Tepper might be cut from the same cloth. He and Rue might be cut from the same cloth. But let me tell you something, man. Tepper was a successful hedge fund manager that made a lot of money in the hedge fund game. He was a successful coach. He was a successful investor from that standpoint. And Rule was successful at Baylor and Temple. But damn it, man. Like, there's gonna be a point where Tepper's gonna be like, we might be built from the same cloth, but you ain't equating this shit to wins. You got to go. And it should have been it. So we'll see.
Yeah, Dallas got a lot, bro. They
dog,
got one of the
Dallas
better,
had no dog.
They got a lot of talent, dog. That's a talented team, man. They should be winning the playoff game at minimum, bro. They should have beat the 49ers.
They should have, but I knew they weren't going to.
They got a lot of talent, man. That's a talented team. CD Lamb, all them dudes,
Amari Cooper,
Zeke, that offensive line, Tony Pollard, bro. That Dallas team is talented, dog. That's a talented Dallas team. Defensively, they got Diggs, Parsons. That's a good squad, fam. They should be taking L's like that. So shout out to Jerry Jones for keeping that the coach accountable.
True story about Diggs, bro. Diggs is giving up more yards than any other cornerback in the NFL right now.
Yeah,
in the NFL last season.
He's giving up like 1,000 yards.
Yeah, he gave up over 1,000 yards receiving.
But he also had like 11, 12 picks too.
Yeah, so that's the risk reward with Diggs. Like that's why and I didn't talk about him making all pro. He had no business making all pro, bro. I don't give a damn what you tell me. When you give up 1,000 yards receiving, I don't give a damn how many turnovers you got, bro. You should not be making all pro.
Yeah, it's a lot of people that feel the same way. I was seeing that on Twitter.
You cannot be out here making all pro.
Yo, he had a lot of picks. He was getting torched, bro.
I
was watching Ayuk was torching his ass yesterday, bro.
Let me tell you something, bro. Ty Law one year made 11 interceptions. He didn't give up 1,000 yards receiving. You know what I'm saying? Like that matters. Like you can't the interception you want to be the corner that gets the picks and gives up the least. You want to be Darius Slay. That's who should have been all pro. Not him. Not him. They don't matter if you're giving up 1,000 yards, yo. If you're out here giving up a DJ Moore season, that don't matter, bro. It doesn't matter. But anywho, enough about other teams that can't win games in the playoffs. Let's move on.
That's all I got, Dave.
That's it.
Should we run a mock real quick? That's all I got, bro.
Anybody calling? You gonna put the number up for folks to call?
I could put the number up.
Or we can do a mock. That's fine by me too.
We could run a mock.
Because we did do a decent amount of time with
and I'm
Mr.
tired.
Jenkins.
I am tired.
And I am tired. Well, I got alcohol myself. That's why I'm tired. I finished up.
We've been live since 7:00, bro.
Yep.
Not on our channel, but Chris before this. But let's run a mock real quick, Dave.
Jerome wants to make a call, man.
Okay, hold on. Well, Jason, leave a voicemail. I'll play that shit. Jason, leave a voicemail. I'll play it. The number's at the bottom of the screen, 704-759-6562. And then we'll react to it. Leave a voicemail and we'll play it.
Looks like I'm going to be 5-1 on my picks this weekend because Arizona decided not to show up.
Man, they might come back, man. Anything can happen.
Nah. I'm fine with that because I got 3 best ball lineups that if it stays like this, I'm gonna make it to the next round in 3 of my lineups. So I'm good. I'll tell you what though, Cooper Kupp is about to eliminate a lot of people because Cooper Kupp ain't doing shit.
They ain't gonna need him in a minute.
Nope,
they
sure
just
won't.
Run the damn ball. And that's gonna kill me for my damn underdog. Damn, Colin, man.
Colin Kaepernick has been out of the NFL for 4 years and has made more playoff wins than Dak Prescott and Tony Romo combined. That is hilarious, but true.
Whoops. Said we're gonna be ass next year. Yo, prepare yourself, dog. Listen,
fam, I
tell y'all this all the time, bro. Don't get too excited, man. I know sometimes it's hard. It's hard not to get excited, but yo, I'm not about to let these dudes, man. I'm not about to let these dudes take over my life and my emotions, bro. So you prepare yourself, prepare for the worst, hope for the best, man, and don't get too excited. Don't get too down, man. I don't buy into these Panthers under Matt Rule, bro. Just don't buy in. I can't do it. All right, Dave. Let's get it, man. It's a lot of picks right here for pick number 6.
I would take that.
Dave, you ain't even seen the other one. Here we go. Here's the other one.
I
15.
would.
20.
Yeah, I'd rather have 13.
Then
I'd
we get a third in this one though.
Wait, really? Oh yeah,
Get a
then we
third
need to
in
take
this
that one. Yeah, we gotta take that one. Take the Browns one. Take Cleveland's. No,
this
no,
was
no, the other one, the one with the second and the third, because we need both of those picks back. Take the other one.
All right, let me counter just so I can see who's there. Oh, we could take Iquanu here or Evan Neal. Dave, you don't want to just take the tackle and call it a day?
No, we need picks.
Or Kenny Pickett?
No, we need picks. Charles Cross might be there at 13. Charles Cross might be there at 13, bro. We need the picks.
All right.
We need the picks. We need the picks, man. Like, we out here trying to hustle backwards. We need the picks.
So you get a first, a second, a third, and a sixth.
That's a late second too, but we need the picks.
It is a late second, but
we
beggars can't be choosers at this point.
Yo, we need the picks. You can thank Matt Rule for trade for Sam Darnold, but we need the picks, bro. Let's fall down to 13.
All right. So we can go back some more. We can go back to 23 to get another second. Or we can go back to 24 with another third. Any thoughts on these? Trading back some more?
Nah, I don't think I want to go anymore. Probably should check and see who's available. That was interesting.
This is interesting.
I think I would take that. Well, let's take that one.
Let's counter this. Let's counter this.
Let's take that one.
Ojabo's here. Jameson Williams. Devin Lloyd. Tyler Linderbaum is here.
We could take Lloyd. Because after 23, do you think there'll be anybody worth taking?
After 23,
unless Linderbaum falls to us.
You always want to keep that. You always want to keep that fifth year option. So you want to take somebody.
Well, I mean, would you be fine with Penning at 29? I mean, if at 23,
I think there's a drop. I say this all the time. But there's a drop off if you're talking about left tackle, and then also we got to figure out what the hell how we feel about Christensen, right?
Yeah, that's true too. But the thing is, at this point, like, we could get our linebacker of the future right here and not have to trade and be done with it. Get Lloyd and call it a day. Or if you want to get Linderbaum, if you feel how you feel about it, or like, you got options here. Like, I mean, unless you want to get another second to just try to build the team up. I mean, that's where we're sitting at this point.
So what I'm looking at, Dave, because what we typically don't do is take edge rushers. So I'm looking at Jermaine Johnson from Florida State. I'm a Florida State fan, so I know Jermaine Johnson is a beast. But there's guys I like, bro. Like, I like some of these guys in the second round. I like Devin Lloyd a lot, but I like Nakobe Dean. I also like in the second round, I also like you take Christian Harris. So I don't think there's a drop off, but it's not a huge drop off between Devin Lloyd, Christian Harris, and other guys.
So trade the pick, get another second round pick. If you think the depth is in the second round, let's do it.
I think there is depth in the second round. I think there is.
Let's do it. Let's take it.
Let's try to keep our fifth. Let's see.
Let's build the team up, bro. There you go. Let's go down to 23.
So we dropped to 23. Yo, fam, Devin Lloyd might still be there. I'm going to decline this. I'm going to decline this as well. Yo, fam, Devin Lloyd's still here. So we can still
take Lloyd.
Get Devin Lloyd. Pick. And then our next pick isn't until when's our next? I'm just checking to see what our next pick is. So we got 51 and 55. 51 and 55.
So let's take Lloyd here. Let's take Lloyd here. Linderbaum's gone.
Linderbaum is gone. Penning is still here if y'all want to tackle. I like Kennard a lot too.
We got to
Kennard is a guy that can put. I agree with you. I agree with you. So we're gonna take Devin Lloyd. Are y'all cool with Lloyd?
Nah, I think we got to
I
take
like
Lloyd.
I like Lloyd. I like
how
Lloyd
your
over
audio's
Dean,
feeling, bro.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You got to take Lloyd, bro. You got to take Lloyd.
All right, so we'll take Lloyd. We're gonna mix it
bro.
up. We'll take Lloyd, and let's see how the board falls. I think there's still some guys we can get here. Penning is still here. All right, so I'm not gonna trade back.
No, we're not trading back no more.
Right.
We're rolling what we got at this point when it comes to the
So we took a linebacker. So Christian Harris is off the board. Drake Jackson. There's a lot of edge rushers here. Outside of that, we got Saylor. I know y'all are big Saylor fans. Jamari Saylor. We could take Saylor here. I know y'all gonna say Saylor. I'm gonna keep that one, but I'm also gonna look at Falele. Falele is huge. Pause. If y'all want to fix the offensive line, we could take Falele and we could take Jamari Saylor. Yeah, Sam Williams I can get later for sure. I know about Sam. We can get him later. Dave, you froze up. You still there? Oh yeah, you still there.
Here, it's just I know my internet is acting all flaky right now. Like my whole internet decided to go shit the bed, so I'm waiting for it to recover a bit. I'm trying to reduce the bandwidth right now.
Yeah, Falele is huge. Falele is a right tackle. He's played right tackle his whole career. But I'm gonna go Saylor here. I'm gonna take Saylor. Interior offensive lineman, and we got another pick coming here. Could we trade back and get another? No, not for a 6. You kick rocks. For a 7, yeah, y'all are bugging too. Kick rocks. All right, so let's see here. Maji Sanders, I like him a lot, but he's a bit light. Josh Pascal. Now I don't know about this Pascal kid. I ain't really familiar with him, but that's 6'3", 278. That's a pretty big cat. 4-3 base end or a 3-4 alignment. I don't know about that. What y'all thinking, y'all? What y'all thinking?
Yeah, man. My internet is flaky as shit right now. I know that.
I'm thinking about this Pascal kid.
Strong is absolutely gone.
Yeah. Charles Johnson type. Yeah, that's about right. 6'3", 278. That is kind of Charles Johnson-esque. I'll check out Robinson. Let me check. I know y'all keep saying I did miss him earlier. Let me see where he at now. 138. He moved up to 138. I'll keep an eye on that. I'm thinking Pascal here, yo. Linderbaum is gone, dog. Lindstrom is going to be in probably the third or fourth round. Falele is a project, fam. I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm ready for that. We need edge. I think I'm gonna go Pascal, bro. Pascal, yeah, we rolling with that. I like that. Edge rusher. I ain't ever taken an edge rusher this early. Now we want to trade up for a 5th. I don't know if there's anybody I'm willing to trade up for. I'm gonna keep declining these. There's nobody I want to move up for. Unless I pick up Beavers, pick up another y'all want to pick up another linebacker? I'll pick up another linebacker. All these picks, bruh. All these. Spiller's still on the board. All these. Oh, here's another linebacker. We could double dip at linebacker. Jackson Kirkland's another tackle. I think that's a good depth tackle if you want to take another tackle here. I like Kirkland and Rasheed
Am I
Walker.
still frozen, boss?
No, well, you a little blurry, but you still fine on my end.
Hold on a second. I'm gonna try something else. I might bounce in, bounce out, but
I'll be done with the mop by then. What y'all thinking? Brandon Smith, we could take Muma though. Y'all want to take another linebacker? Or Kirkland?
is Spiller still there? Don't you like Spiller? Just take him.
I do like Spiller, but I like Robinson more, and he's a bit later. I think Kirkland is a good pick here. I'll take Kirkland there. They want to trade up for a 4th and a 6th. Let me decline that. Moving up, I'm good. I'm about to say, if Mooma's still there, I'm taking him. He just went. Another edge rusher is Sam Williams. Double dipping on edge rusher. Or Alec Lindstrom. I think Alec Lindstrom is too good to pass here. So I'm going to take Lindstrom. That's a center right there. So we fixing it up a little bit. We fixing it up. Now I think here's where I want to go. Running back. I think he's still here. Yeah. Brian Robinson. So I'm going to take Brian Robinson. We got another pick at 147. And where are we? Safeties. I still gotta look up some of these safeties, bro. I think Sanborn is good linebacker depth here. That's not a bad pick. Yeah, I hear y'all with the safeties, bro. I'm just not familiar with any of these guys. 6'3", 204. I'm not familiar with go for Smoke on safety. That's what I did earlier today. I took Smoke Monday and said, hey, I'm gonna move him to safety. Oh, well, yeah. So not Smoke. I was thinking about never mind. I was thinking about somebody else. So Smoke at 216. I mean, we can hold off. We'll hold off then. All right. So we'll hold off on Smoke, and then we'll take. What about tight ends here? Cole Turner and my boy Charlie Kolar still there. I'll take I'm gonna take what about interior defensive lineman? Another Kentucky cat. Wow, 380, bro. 6'3", 380. Man, sign me up. Shit.
Oh yeah, you gotta take him. But you know what's gonna happen when Rule takes him?
Oh,
that means that he's gonna
weight.
have to be getting on that diet. You're gonna have to lose that weight. My internet is trash, yo. How many more picks we got?
A couple more. It says anyone you would pick at 6 and not trade back for. It's tough, bro. Consider it because we got a lot of holes, man. I would be cool with Evan Neal. If we picked Evan Neal there, I'll be cool with Evan Neal. That's probably it. He's probably the only one I'd be cool with taking.
You wouldn't take Cal Hamilton at 6? I would.
Nah. I mean, he nice. Don't get me wrong, he nice. We got too many other needs, bro. I couldn't not Kyle, bro. And don't get me wrong, trust me, I know he nice.
But
I just couldn't do it. Not on
do
him.
you think this coaching staff would do it? I think this coaching staff would take him in a heartbeat if he's sitting there at 6, bro.
I don't know, bro.
And would have no qualms about it. We've drafted defense in the first round in every year since we've had this new regime.
All right, I got to get through these last couple picks, and I'm not sure. Let me go ahead and take Smoke. I know it's a little bit of reach, but I'm gonna go ahead and take him now, just because I don't know who else to pick at this point. Let's see here. We'll double dip a linebacker. We'll take the linebacker from Michigan. I think this is a solid draft. Yeah, it's rounding itself out now. Oh, we got one more.
I'm looking forward to see what it is because my audio kept going. You got one more pick. My audio's been going in and out the whole time, so I'm looking forward to see who we got.
Banks.
That's all she wrote.
Here we go. Let's see. User pick. So we ended up with Devin Lloyd, the linebacker from Utah, who was a very, very good player. Jamari Saylor, interior offensive lineman. He can also play tackle, has tackle flexibility as well. Josh Paschal. This dude is an edge rusher, 6'3", 278. That's interesting. Something I haven't taken too many edge rushers that early. Then we ended up with Jackson Kirkland, a tackle. So that's solid. And then Alec Lindstrom, another interior offensive line, so he could play center. And then we took Brian Robinson, always taking Brian Robinson, a running back. Then we took Marquand McCall, interior defensive line. That dude weighs 380 pounds. You're not moving that, man. And then Smoke Monday at safety, Joshua Ross, middle linebacker, and Seven Banks, cornerback. That's pretty bad. Not a bad draft. Not a bad draft.
I'm not mad.
Did a couple things different.
I'm not mad at that draft. I mean, we got our linebacker because I think Jeremiah Carter is definitely going to walk. We got our line.
Jermaine
we got
Carter,
some offensive linemen
Jermaine,
in this draft.
His name is Jermaine.
Oh, Jeremiah. Carter. Oh, yeah, Jermaine. You're right. It is Jermaine.
That's why he won't come on the show.
No, that ain't why he want to come on the show. There's other reason why he won't come on the show. It is Jermaine Carter. My bad. This is what happens when I have a delay. And it's flashing. So this is a really good draft. Like we know we're gonna probably lose some linebacker help, and then we also know we got to fix the offensive line. We also got help on the edge. We got a corner. We got a run back. I like it because I mean, as much as you guys feel, as much as some of the fan base feels about Jeffrey, I don't see him on this roster after 2022. You know, that's how I see it.
All right, so let me play Jason voicemail because Jason left a voicemail. Let me see if I can play this real quick.
Yeah, hopefully I can hear it. Hey, I don't know what's going on with my internet.
How y'all doing?
Can y'all hear?
First off, I know Shaw, you're down in Charlotte, so hopefully everybody's safe in all the snow. I saw CMS schools canceled for tomorrow, so I hope you're good with that. But just wanted to react to a couple things real quick. Number one, I think it's a false assumption that I think both of y'all seem to be operating in, that the person we hire for OC is going to become the head coach. Could they get a crack at it mid-season if Rule is fired? Absolutely. But the idea that we're hiring an OC who could potentially replace Matt Rule is not one that I'm operating with at all. And I think that's why the job is actually not getting the attraction it's getting, because like y'all said, you're coming into a lenged up situation. So you could get a job this year and then get fired in a year. You're like, no, I'm not signing up for that. Like, no way. Right. And I think that's why it's kind of hard to attract the names, that bigger names, And that's why we are attracting names that we're attracting. So that's number one. Number two, I'm going to throw a name out that I know some people aren't going to like, but Doug Pederson. We have a really bad situation right now. Like our job's not attractive. Let's just be honest. He is coming off of a, let's just say, messy exit in Philadelphia. He's already getting some love. His name's being thrown around for head coaching jobs. Does he land one? I don't know. I don't think so. So maybe he does need to go back to the coordinator level. So it could be like a little win-win for both parties. Former head coaching experience, Super Bowl champion as a player and as a coach. I'm not sure about his offensive ranking off the top of my head, but it could be a win-win scenario for us to get someone with some real experience, play calling, came from the Andy Reid tree, things like that. And then just lastly, like all the problems that we're talking about right now is like again, all the things I was saying, like, I don't know about firing Rule. Like this job is just not a good attraction. Like we don't have assets. So we got to work with what we got moving forward.
Nah, I agree with what Jay Simp said. I think, yeah, you're absolutely right that, the person who gets offensive coordinator shouldn't just be a shoe-in to go ahead and get the head coaching job. You're absolutely right. I agree with that. But I think Tepper, you're right. You're absolutely right in what you're saying. However, and also I'm not mad at the Pederson idea either. Like I'm not mad at that either. I think it is but I am seeing Pederson getting multiple interviews as well. So I don't know that I think that this would be the last place he chose to come if he were to choose somewhere, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure about Pederson, bro. I think I think what you're saying is right though. I think it's it could be a win-win for both of us. And he does have that head coaching experience and Super Bowl champion, all that stuff. So you're good points. It's a good call from Jay Simp. I agree with you, bro. Dave, did you hear?
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I heard most of it. So like, I'm indifferent about Pederson. Like I'm cool if Pederson becomes the head coach, but I've gotten to the point when it comes to the attraction of being an OC is the fact that you're pretty much got the opportunity to become an interim head coach and show your chops. I don't think that's like the only attraction at this point from my standpoint when it comes to being the OC. But I would be cool with Doug Pederson being the head coach. I just don't see that happening right now because I think Pederson's more opportunities, but I'm cool.
Yeah, I just read a tweet that says we're edging closer and closer to Carolina Panthers offensive coordinator Cliff Kingsbury. That's funny. They getting smacked, bro. Rams are destroying the.
Yeah, it's bad. Panthers. It's bad.
But
bro.
all right, man.
It's bro.
All right,
it's bad.
All right, Dave. Let's go ahead and shut this thing down because your internet is effed up and we got the delay and all that. So I'm gonna shut this thing down, bro.
It's trash, and I don't know why. And I gotta
go ahead.
It's been real.
Oh, all right, man.
It's been real, man. I'm closing out because my internet is trash.
All right. So that being said, man, we're gonna get up out of here, man. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell, and all that stuff, man. We'll holler at y'all next week, same time, man. Listen, we not slowing down, bro. It's the off season and whatnot, but that's when we pick it up. So make sure y'all tune in every week. That being said, man, we out. Peace.